Hi, and welcome back to On the Couch. And now we are joined by Joe Penn, and he's a member of the Lyrical Alliance.
Yep.
Can you tell us what they do?
Lyrical Alliance?
Here at Rowan.
Lyrical Alliance is a group of students who are mainly poets, but also do music, rapping. Some people play guitar or drums rhythmically. Anything that you can use to express yourself.
What about just continuous talking? I do a lot of that. Is that
Talking.
okay?
Continuous talking can be allowed into Lyrical Alliance as long as it's got a purpose. We can't have somebody just talking.
Well, what's a purpose? If I were to talk to you 20 minutes about what I liked about NASCAR this week, would that be Lyrical Alliance worthy?
Depending on how you said it, maybe. It probably could be used in some sort of way. For Lyrical Alliance, we take everyone that pretty much comes. So I mean, you can come.
That was his nice way of saying, "We'll take you, but we may not."
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, please get back to. So you're a part of Lyrical Alliance, and when did you join that?
I joined it a semester ago.
A semester.
I learned about it when I was a sophomore, but couldn't join it because I was doing RTN things.
I understand that.
Yes,
I've been there.
Yes, right now. They kind of put a bind on you.
Yeah.
And then this year I finally got free enough to do it. So I've been committing myself to the club, and it's been really fun to actually be a part of it.
And do you guys meet every so often, or do you just kind of do it for fun?
We meet every week on Mondays at 6 p.m. in the library, so if you want to join, come and see us.
He got the plug-in before we even told him to plug it. Now that's good. That's how you do it.
Good advertising.
Okay, well done.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. But yeah, we meet every week. We talk. New kids come in, they share their poems, or we practice our poems for like slams and things of that nature. Like we talk a lot about performance and like teach people how to memorize their things if they're new to the craft. So it's a big family.
Cool.
Tight little
What exactly is a slam?
A slam?
Yes.
A poetry slam is when a whole bunch of poets get together and whoever has the best poem wins. And if you don't...
Oh, it's a contest.
Yes, it's a contest. And if you...
What did you think it was?
What did you think it was?
I'm more curious about that at the moment.
What did you really think it was? Like a wrestling contest
No.
between poets?
A wrestling match of
Of poets?
You have to talk during the
You gotta do an Edgar Allan Poe poem while you're slamming somebody on the ground? Nah. We get together and whoever has the best poem wins. And if you don't have a good poem, you could get booed off stage
Oh,
at
wow.
any time.
Wow,
Yeah, it's a
that's
really...
Is there any throwing of like apples, bananas, stuff on stage?
This is
One might usually say tomatoes.
Or
but
tomatoes,
Oh,
but I throw bananas.
This is 2011, so we don't usually have tomatoes in our back pockets.
But there's apples and bananas.
There's
in the
apples and iPods.
Maybe iPods. You
Throwing
might get, if
iPods?
you're really that
All
bad.
right, back on track here. Now you brought a couple of your poems here. The one you just told us about. Why don't you go ahead and read it, and then we'll talk about it.
Okay. This poem is entitled "Because It's Boring." Hope you like it. If every one of us were the same, would you be happy then? The only thing separating us was names. No change in facial features, body types, personalities, and all those formalities that we've all been conditioned to deal with on a daily basis. And some of us do it better than others. I wonder, would that solve all the world's problems if everyone was a you and not a them? When a person said us, everyone was included, like games of dodgeball in the 4th grade. Yeah, I picked the fat kid. Yeah, I got the ugly girl. I got the ugly kid who picks his nose. I got the scrawny kid, the jock cock asshole, and a slutty girlfriend. As long as she can kick a ball, you really didn't care back then. All you saw was some legs and some arms. But now you judge by what clothes they got on, the tattoos on their arms. What they believe in becomes everything you need to know, and you know something different, and that's everything you believe that you need to know and that you believe in, so you won't hear anything different, so clearly they're an enemy. You're right, they're wrong. And you know how wrong that type of thinking is, but you're stuck on, I'm right, so why don't we make everyone the same? The answer is the title of the poem, if you did not know. It's because it's boring. Well, that was my answer.
Because it's boring.
Yeah, it's a real short one. I was supposed to add more to it, but I never ended up doing that because I didn't go back to the meeting.
I was supposed to finish this poem.
No,
but
it's still good. It's still good.
part one.
It's still a good poem.
It is. It is great. You know, you could have not told anyone it wasn't finished.
Yeah, but I want to tell. I like being very honest about my work. Gonna get me in trouble someday.
But you know, so tell me actually how you got, you know, because you said there's a very interesting way in which the idea for this poem comes about and why you wrote this poem.
We were going through an exercise where one of us had to argue with another one of us. And then the person that wasn't arguing was going to say, stop. And whatever the person stopped on, you were supposed to write a poem about. And the person that I was arguing with ended on, well, why don't you make all of us the same? And so that's why I made Because It's Boring. Because, obviously.
See, now that just adds a whole new dimension to this.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool.
This is not something you were just thinking. This is, okay, here's what you have to do, and go write a poem about it. How difficult is that?
Yeah, we throw ourselves in, like, different situations. Like, sometimes we'll write, like, random words, like, bus on a piece of paper and put it in a hat, and then people shake it up and pick out a word. And whatever that word is, you have to base your whole entire poem.
Wow.
And sometimes it's hard. Like, one time I had to write a poem about Legends of the Hidden Temple. And I was like,
it's a great show. That is a great. But what do you write a poem about?
Exactly.
Which team?
I was Green Barracudas.
Obviously. Okay.
Welcome to awesome Green Barracudas. But I wrote my poem on, like, relating life to building that monkey, because nobody
can build.
Everyone's seen someone build that monkey, and yet these kids go in there and they're like, oh, where's bottom, top, oh, where's the head, oh, and then they mess up and then they get taken, swallowed away. So, like, it's like you see people with successful lives and you're like, okay, I can do that real easy, and then you get into life and you're like, I really don't know what to do, and, like, I just related that to that.
No, that makes sense.
Cool.
And you got a couple other poems here. Is there one you'd like to read a little bit from? Just you know.
A little bit from?
Yeah, maybe give us like a brief little verse from one of these and
like
explain it to us.
Oh, okay, I could go cliche with you and talk about my heart in a poem about being sad and stuff. You just want like a clip?
I want the part that you feel is the best part of the poem. The verse that you think is best.
Okay. I'll give you the part of the poem that's the best. This excerpt is from a poem called Lovesick Puppy, and I wrote it when I was very sad. I know why things end. They're stale. They've reached the point of completion. Then tell me why this smell is still fresh in my nose, and why the spot upon we stopped this little experiment wasn't the end of the road, but the middle of it, with plenty of pavement still to follow. I know she knows. That's what the texts are. The random hangouts and good mornings. Things I should maybe be mourning because of the false hope they give me. When there is absence of communication, I feel like I am not moving until those two letters pop up on my phone.
That's so sad.
And yeah, it's
The mood of this interview has just dropped.
Yeah,
I'm crying.
It was some girl. We've all been there. That's all I just say.
So what keeps you going with this? You know, why is it that you really are able to express your thoughts, and how much has the club helped you?
Well, I always liked writing poems. Like, the first thing that I thought I was going to be when I was, like, younger was an astronaut. But after that, I thought I was going to be an author of, like, poetry books. Mm-hmm. And I've always thought that poetry and, like, rapping sometimes, or, like, singing songs is a great way to express yourself and be entertaining at the same time. And since I like entertaining and like letting my emotions out, because I can't talk usually on a daily basis, I thought this was a perfect medium for it.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Joe. They were very inspiring.
Glad you liked it.
Poems.
Glad you liked it.
And we'll be right back with more On the Couch.